Deep within a lush forest of ancient India, where rivers sparkled like silver threads and sunlight danced on emerald leaves, lived a great tribe of monkeys. They were agile, clever, and full of joy. Their laughter echoed through the trees like music. At the heart of this vibrant kingdom was their wise and compassionate ruler, the Monkey King. Unlike others who sought power through fear, this Monkey King led with love. He treated every monkey as family and saw his role not as one of dominance, but of responsibility. His wisdom was as deep as the forest itself. Under his rule, the monkeys lived in harmony, sharing fruit, helping the weak, and caring for the young. In the center of their forest grew a majestic mango tree. Its golden fruits were the sweetest in the world, the pride of the monkey tribe. The king often reminded them, enjoy its blessings. But remember, what we have must be protected, not possessed. The river that flowed beside the tree carried some of its fruits downstream out into the human lands. The king worried one day men might discover the source, and with their greed, destroy everything. That fear would soon come true. One afternoon, the Monkey King gathered his tribe under the shade of the golden mango tree. The sunlight glowed through the branches, making the fruit shimmer like jewels. "My dear ones," he said softly, "this tree gives us life, but its sweetness may invite danger. The river will carry our mangoes to places where men dwell. When they taste them, they will come seeking more. We must be ready." The younger monkeys laughed. "Humans are far away. Why should we fear them?" The king smiled sadly. "Because desire knows no distance. Once awakened, it travels farther than the wind." He ordered the monkeys to eat only from the upper branches, letting no mango fall into the river. But one careless night, a ripe mango slipped from a branch and drifted silently away, glowing like a golden gift. Days later, far downstream, a group of fishermen caught the fruit in their nets. Curious, they brought it to their king, a man known for his greed and curiosity. When he tasted it, his eyes widened. "Such sweetness cannot come from this land," he declared. "Find where it grows." So the human king gathered soldiers and hunters. Following the river upstream, they marched toward the forest, toward the monkeys' paradise, unaware they were about to test the wisdom and courage of their unseen rival, the Monkey King. As dawn broke, the forest awoke with whispers. Birds fled from the treetops, deer hid in the shadows. The Monkey King sensed trouble long before he saw it. From the hilltop, he watched men moving through the forest, armored soldiers, carrying bows and nets, led by a richly dressed king whose greed burned brighter than the sun. "They have come," the Monkey King said quietly. When the humans reached the mango tree, they marveled at its golden fruit. The human king ordered, "Make camp here. Tonight we feast!" At twilight, the humans lit torches. The flames painted the forest red. From the treetops, the monkeys watched in fear. "What will we do, my king?" they whispered. The Monkey King's heart was calm, though his mind raced. "We will wait. If they eat and leave, there will be peace. But if they seek more, we must protect our home without hatred." As night deepened, the human king plucked a mango and took a bite. Its flavor sent shivers through him. "This tree is mine," he said. "Tomorrow we cut it down." Those words struck the Monkey King's heart like a blade. He knew that to save his tribe, he might have to risk everything: his safety, his crown, even his life. True leadership, he thought, is not about ruling others. It is about serving them, even in sacrifice. That night, the forest slept uneasily. From branch to branch, the monkeys huddled together, whispering prayers. Mothers held their babies close. The human camp below glowed like a circle of fire, a symbol of danger. The Monkey King sat alone on the highest branch, his golden eyes reflecting the moon. His heart was heavy, but his resolve unshaken. He whispered to himself, "A true king must bear the weight of his people's fears. Their safety is my duty." He climbed down and walked among his tribe. "Listen well," he said gently. "When dawn comes, men will cut down this tree. But beyond the river, across that cliff, lies another forest where we can live in peace. I will make a path for you," the monkeys gasped. "How can we cross? The river is deep and wild." The Monkey King looked at the moonlit branches stretching over the ravine. "Then I shall become your bridge." At sunrise, as the humans awoke and prepared their axes, the Monkey King climbed to the edge of the cliff. His eyes shone not with fear, but with compassion. He took a deep breath, leapt across the chasm, and clung to a tree on the opposite side. Then, anchoring his tail around the nearest branch. He stretched his body across the gorge, forming a living bridge for his people. The monkeys cried out in disbelief, "Our king!" "You'll fall." But the Monkey King only smiled. "Go now, quickly! Save yourselves." One by one, the monkeys began to cross, stepping carefully across his outstretched body. The wind howled, the river roared below, but the king held firm, his muscles trembling with pain. "Be brave," he whispered as each monkey passed. "Your lives are my life." When the last monkey, a frightened baby, reached the other side, the Monkey King's strength began to fade. His arms bled from the bark's cuts, his body quivered, but he did not let go. From below, the human king watched in awe. "What kind of creature would sacrifice himself for others?" he murmured. Moved by compassion, he shouted, "Stop! Do not harm the monkeys!" Then, climbing up the cliff, he saw the Monkey King hanging between life and death, his body torn, yet his face serene. The human king knelt beside him and said softly, "Great One, why endure such pain for them? You are their king. They would die for you." The Monkey King smiled weakly. "A true king does not ask his people to die for him. He dies for them." Those words pierced the human king's heart deeper than any weapon ever could. The human king carefully lifted the injured Monkey King from the branches and laid him on the ground. The forest grew silent, as if nature itself bowed in respect. The Monkey King's breaths were shallow, but his voice was calm. "Your Majesty," he whispered, "rule with compassion, not greed. Wealth fades, power crumbles, but kindness endures." The human king bowed his head. "Forgive me," he said. "I came to take, but you have given me more than I ever deserved, wisdom." He ordered his men to leave the mango tree untouched. Instead, they built a small shrine near it in honor of the Monkey King's courage. The monkeys, watching from across the river, wept silently. Their king had given them everything: freedom, safety, and an immortal lesson. As dawn broke, the Monkey King opened his eyes one last time. "May all rulers learn that to serve is greater than to command," he whispered. And with a faint smile, he took his final breath. The human king stood in silence, his eyes filled with tears. "I came here a ruler," he said softly, "but I leave a servant of truth." That day, the forest gained a legend, and the world gained a lesson in true leadership. News of the Monkey King's sacrifice spread far beyond the forest. Travelers, monks, and scholars told his story in villages and palaces alike. The tale moved hearts and softened even the proudest rulers. They saw that real leadership was not about command or conquest, but compassion. The Monkey King became a symbol, not of power, but of purpose. In monasteries, monks retold the story to young disciples. "Remember," they said, "to lead is to serve. A true leader carries others across the river, even at the cost of himself." The human king, forever changed, ruled his kingdom with humility. He planted trees instead of cutting them. He listened to his people instead of silencing them. And each spring he sent offerings of mangoes to the forest across the river, gifts of gratitude to the memory of the Monkey King. The forest flourished again. Monkeys thrived in peace, and the mango tree grew taller each year, its fruits glowing like the golden hearts of those who understood the king's message. Thus, the story of the Monkey King became a living Dharma, a lesson carved into time itself. In Buddhist philosophy, leadership is not about authority, and it's about service. The Monkey King embodied the highest form of selfless action, or bodhisattva spirit. He saw no separation between himself and his people. Their pain was his pain, their joy his joy. That vision of unity is the essence of compassion, the heart of the Buddha's teaching. When a leader acts with greed, the world suffers. But when a leader acts with selflessness, even nature rejoices. The Monkey King's sacrifice showed that leadership is not measured by strength, but by the ability to carry others safely to the other side. His story also reveals the law of karma. When we act from love, goodness multiplies beyond our sight. The human king's transformation was proof. Compassion is contagious. So, in every age and every nation, this story remains relevant. Whether you lead a country, a team, or a family, the principle is the same. Lead not from pride, but from purpose. Not from fear, but from faith. Not to be served, but to serve. Today, we live in a world that often confuses leadership with control, fame, or power. But true leadership, as the Monkey King taught, is rooted in empathy, sacrifice, and understanding. A leader who listens creates peace. A leader who serves builds trust. A leader who puts others before themselves becomes unforgettable. Imagine if modern rulers, CEOs, and even parents remembered what the Monkey King knew: that love, not fear, is the foundation of strength. The world would be different. This ancient story isn't just about monkeys or kings. It's about us, about the leader within each of us. Every day, we have a chance to lead with compassion in our homes, workplaces, and hearts. So when life asks you to choose between comfort and courage, remember the Monkey King stretched across the river, not to be remembered as a hero, but to save those who trusted him. That is leadership. That is love in action. The Monkey King's story lives beyond words. It lives in every act of kindness, every moment of selflessness. He reminds us that true greatness lies not in what we take, but in what we give. His sacrifice was not tragedy. It was transcendence, a bridge from fear to faith, from ego to enlightenment. As the Buddha once said, "He who serves others serves himself best." May this story inspire you to lead with compassion, to be the bridge for someone in need, to carry others across their rivers of fear and doubt. Whether you lead one person or many, remember power fades, but kindness endures. The Monkey King ruled no more after his sacrifice, yet his leadership outlived empires. His name became a prayer whispered in the forest winds, a lesson eternal. So when you next face a choice that tests your heart, ask yourself, what would the Monkey King do? Then step forward with courage and lead with love.